It is Ahsoka Tano Thursday morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. By the way, it looks like Ahsoka's gonna stab me with a lightsaber if I don't do a good job, doesn't it? Anyway, an individual on Reddit complained that despite performing their understanding or their despite practicing their understanding of mindfulness, they still feel resistant to certain optical illusions such as tunnel vision and whatnot. They went on to explain that in order to practice mindfulness, they slow down and pay attention to what they're doing. Ain't that cute? But it's wrong. There's a lie that has been sold to us that mindfulness is concentration, but it's not. Mindfulness takes place in the sympathetic nervous system located in the middle third of the spinal cord. Concentration takes place primarily in the medial prefrontal cortex. Huge difference. When we concentrate, when we focus, when we actively pay attention, we are fatiguing our prefrontal cortex, which triggers our amygdala, which of course is the seat of anxiety and aggression. If you want to be rigid, that's how you get more rigid. If you want to be controlling, that's how you get more controlling. But if you don't want to be rigid and controlling, if you want to be flexible and laid back, if you want to truly master the Buddha's path, then you have to work with the correct part of your brain. During mindfulness, all mindfulness is noticing passively, vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. Since the Neolithic Revolution, all of us have been conditioned by society to be rigid, fearful, controlling, superstitious, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. However, a minority of us, about 10% of us, strive to transcend that conditioning and instead be flexible, loving, rational, laid back, egalitarian, lucid, cooperative, and kind. So, just as one cannot make love in the name of virginity and then expect to protect one's virginity, similarly, one cannot concentrate in the name of mindfulness. One cannot indulge our rigidity in the name of flexibility and expect better results. Our resistance to the turmoil we feel when enduring an optical illusion, such as the tunnel effect, is an indictment against our own rigidity, our own controlling tendencies. We cannot transcend that through belief or affirmation or logic. We can the only way over it is through it. So by being vulnerable during our in-breath, such as when we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this, that's the first step. But we cannot forget the second step, which is during our exhalation, we are already wired to access our parasympathetic nervous system, which is evolved to support both physical relaxation as well as mental release. That's how we transcend the tyranny of our aversion to different tricks of the eye. So when we endure an optical illusion and we feel that nauseous, claustrophobic feeling, we notice it as we breathe in, we relax into it as we breathe out. We release our resistance to the presence of that which we find dreadful. We release our resistance to the absence of that which we find pleasurable. Release doesn't mean we're shoving the sensations away. Release means that we are transcending the tyranny that resistance has over our choices and our utterances and our deeds. We due to a happy coincidence, we have evolved to practice mindfulness and meditation. But we have been conditioned as a species since the Neolithic Revolution to live in resistance to our autonomic nervous system. Hey, our prefrontal cortex is a marvelous tool, but a terrible boss. So the purpose of meditation is not to reinvent the wheel, but to condition our cerebral cortex to stop resisting our autonomic nervous system and cooperate with it.